Live. Here come the starting lineups. Yeah, Carl and I were talking about that. Even though Northfield's a AA school, usually pretty light as far as their bench goes. Yeah, so it's a big test for the Whitehawks early. They're playing a AA school tonight, and this AA school just beat Gentry Academy, which was last year's state champion. So be a big early test for the Whitehawks today. Afternoon tilt, 3 p.m. start. Looks like we're going to start with the Triple H line. Harder centering Hargraves and Hardacre. And then we're going to have Miner and Bolin starting out at D. All right, here we go, Whitehawks fans. That's Bolin. She's just going to chip it down. Northfield's got it. D-to-D pass. And out to center ice. And looks like that was a tip, so no icing on that play. Minor's back to get it. This is Harder. She's going to send it out to center ice, and Hargraves is after it. Northfield's going to circle back. D-to-D pass. Number 11 is going to send it cross ice to 13 and up to number 9. A lot of patience from this Northfield team early. There's a tape-to-tape pass, but that's intercepted by Harmer. She's going to send it over to Lundquist into the corner, and Lundquist is going to fire one towards the net, but not on. This is Northfield now out of the zone. Ships it into the Whitehawks zone. Up to Lundquist, and she's going to send it over to Hardacre. It's number 27, Oman, out there at D now with Fink. Fink took a shot there, redirected on net. And now they're going to play it back into the zone, and this is Northfield. They're going to chip it out, and that's Hardacre. Back to Oman. She's going to send it in and just miss Breland Kohler, number 15. All right, that's Oman circling back, and I think that is Nienaber, number 11, one of our new D on the season this year. She's going to circle behind the net up to Kohler. Kohler's going to send it to number 8, and she's going to try to send it over to O'Shea. And just misses connecting with O'Shea. 8 for the Whitehawks. I knew her first name was Haley Coulson. I believe she's an 8th grader and a new player for the Whitehawks this season. So right now that's O'Shea and Breland Kohler, I think, battling behind the net. And we're going to get a whistle. All right, Whitehawks are going to change it up, and we're back to the Triple H line. Oh, I guess not the Triple H line. That is Callahan out there centering Hargraves and Harder, changing up that line a little bit, and we'll see what happens here. Nienaber's out there right now with Berenguer at the D. That's Callahan. She loses it, and here comes Northfield into the zone. They're going to get a shot off, and that's going to be a stop by Roth, and we're going to get a face-off in the Whitehawks zone. All right, that is Callahan out there right now with Harder and Hargraves. And that's Bolin and Minor out on D. Over to Minor, skips over her stick, and that's Hargraves battling on the half wall. To Harder, out to Callahan, and she's going to try and control it over to Bolin. Bolin to Minor, Minor up to Hargraves, and Hargraves is going to try and chip it out, but doesn't quite get it out. And there's Bolin, sends it out to center ice. And here comes number 21 from Northfield. It's going to be a tip and up into the netting. We're going to have another face-off in the Whitehawks zone. All right, so now this is Greer out there with Harmer and Lundquist. Hardacre is centering those two, and then on D, we've got Oman and Fink, number 12. That's Hardacre in the corner. Northfield's going to send it behind. Fink trying to tie her up. And right back behind the net, and here comes Hardacre. She's going to turn and send it over to Harmer, and Harmer's going to come out of the zone. Good for Lundquist. Here comes number 9, Ellie Lundquist, into the zone. Right back out. And that's Oman. She's going to send it over to Harmer, and Harmer's going to bring it right back in across the blue line, and the Whitehawks are going to go for a change. All right, that's O'Shea up to Haley, number 8. Coulson's going to send it behind the net back to O'Shea, and there's Kohler over in the corner battling for it. 3 Whitehawks on the puck here. Northfield's going to control, and that is Nienaber, number 11, sends it back in. This is Northfield behind the net. They're going to try and break it out. Chased here by O'Shea. And here comes number 21 from Northfield across the line. She's going to get the puck deep. And I think we're going to see a slash in 2 minutes from that one. 21 from Northfield. That was kind of behind the play, not the type of penalty you want to take in your own offensive zone. So the Whitehawks are going to go on the power play. We're going to see the Whitehawks power play for the first time at home this year. It looks like we've got Callahan, Hargraves, Harder, Harmer, and Hardacre out there. So we've got 5 forwards out there, and they're going to go to work in the Northfield zone. That's Harmer and Harder behind the net. That's Hargraves up to the point to Callahan, back to Hardacre, or Hargraves. Too many H's on this team. And there's Cam Hargraves. Nice low hard shot, some loose change there. They send it into the corner, and Hardacre is going to go to work. Hardacre up to Harder. Harder over to Hargraves, and she can't handle that one. They're going to come out of the zone, and that is Harmer. She's going to send it over to Greer Hardacre, and Greer's going to set it up. That's Callahan up to Harmer. Harmer's going to get it across the blue line, drop it to Harder. Harder's going to work off the half wall up to Lizzie Callahan, over to Hardacre, and now to Hargraves. This is Lizzie Callahan at the half wall, over to Hardacre. She's going to go short side, shot steered in the corner by the goaltender, and that's Harder in the corner controlling the puck. She's got it in her skates, going to get some help from Harmer. Battle on the half wall, and Harder's going to come away with the puck. And some loose change again in front of the Northfield goaltender, but they can't get a shot on net. This is Hardacre. She's going to send it to the other corner over to Harmer. Harmer's got control of it on the half wall. She's going to send it up to Callahan. And now Callahan's going to look. She's going to shoot and steer it into the corner off a deflection. That's Harmer over to Harder. This is back to Harmer. Harmer loses it, and Hargraves retains control, and here comes Hargraves, the shot from the half wall. All right, not too bad there. The Whitehawks got some shots off. Shots on goal are now 4-1. But good control there on the power play, but the power play is now over. All right, so we've got Coulson out there with Breland Kohler. So now we got Breland Kohler out there with Coulson and Lundqvist, and on the D, we've got Bolin and Miner. All right, Northfield's got control of the puck. Here's their captain, number 9. She tries to walk it out and turns over the puck. And quick shot on goal, and the goalie from Northfield's going to cover. 9:58 left to go in the first period. 0-0 is the score. All right, this is Coulson taking the draw. She's going to lose the draw to Northfield into the corner. That's Coulson off the half wall. She gets a shot off, and that one almost leaked in, and the net's now off, so we're going to get a whistle. All right, and Whitehawks are going to get a change here. This is Callahan, Hargraves, and Harder. And we're going to keep the D, Minor, and Bolin out there. Another face-off in the Raider zone. Face-off won by Northfield. Up to the blue line, out to center ice. Hargraves is going to battle for it there, along with Callahan. And now this is Minor over to Bolin. Bolin's going to send it in, and the Whitehawks are going to go on the chase. This is Callahan and Hargraves after it. And Northfield's trying to get it out of the zone, and they turn it over to Harder. Quick pass to Callahan. She's going to control. Send it to Hargraves. It's in her skates, and now Northfield regains possession. And here comes number 9 from Northfield. She's going to walk the D. Nice save there by Roth. And the Whitehawks are going to send it out. A lot of open ice there for Lundqvist. Taken over by Northfield. And Harmer's going to give chase along with Hardacre. And now we've got Fink and Oman back on D. Nice shot from Northfield, top of the circle, and Roth stops it and covers it up, so it'll be a face-off in the Whitehawks zone. So we're going to keep the same 5 out there. Fink and Oman on D. Forwards, Lundqvist, Hardacre, centering Georgia Harmer along with Lundqvist. Here's Harmer on the chase. Hardacre's going to go after it. Northfield's going to chase it out of the zone up to center ice. And they're going to get it in deep. And 16 from Northfield's going to win a race and win a battle. And she's got it behind the net. Sends it out to the point. Number 3 is going to get a shot on net. And some loose change there into the corner behind the net. And this is Oman. Gets it up to Lundqvist. Lundqvist is looking. And it's going to be right back into the Whitehawks zone. And Northfield's going to go for a change. Here's Lundqvist up to Harmer. It's in her skates. And Lundqvist gets it across the blue line, and it comes right back out. And Harmer's battling for it. Out at center ice along the boards. It's Northfield up to the blue line. Oh, and that was a good hard shot there. Steered into the corner by Roth. Northfield's putting some pressure on the Whitehawks here right now. We, I think, need to get a change here. These girls have been out here for a little while. All right, this is Minor. She's going to skate it. And hopefully we're going to get a change out of our forwards, which we do, and Minor's going to continue to chase that puck into the corner. Got a couple of forwards off. Coulson's out there now with O'Shea and Breland Kohler. And on the D, we've got Nienaber and Berenguer out there, number 55. This is Northfield. Tempted shot there. Didn't get through. That's Berenguer. She's going to send it up but not out. And then Northfield's going to send it right back in. Hard slap shot from the point there. And we've got a net that's off again, this time in the Whitehawks zone. So we're going to see a face-off here. 6:30 to go, first period. Scoreless game. Shots are 6-4 Whitehawks. All right, and this is Callahan out there. She's going to be centering Harder and Hargraves. That's Berenguer. She's going to try and get it up, but not quite out. And then there's a battle for it. Here comes Harder up to Callahan, and Callahan's into the zone one-on-one. She's going to try and make a move. Gets stood up. Puck winds up in the corner. And Northfield's going to bring it right back out. This is Northfield up at center ice. They're going to chip it into the zone, and we're going to get an offsides. And we're coming back out to center ice for a face-off here. All right, so Callahan, Harder, Hargraves, Fink, and Oman out there at the D. 6 minutes left to play in the first. Northfield wins the face-off. 21 from their D is going to skate it up. She's got a head of steam across the blue line, runs into the ref, and then there's a couple of players that go down. That's number 12, Fink, in the corner. They're going to set it over to the other corner, and Hargraves is going to fight for it. And here comes Harder. She's got some wheels here. Still got the puck. Oh, and she sends it over to Hargraves. Tough one to handle on her backhand. She does get a shot off, and we're coming the other direction. This is 16 from Northfield. That's Fink. She's going to chip it back out to center ice, where 3 from Northfield's going to pick it up, and that's Hardacre on her tail, chasing her, gets her to turn the puck over. It's back in the corner now, and that's Harmer after it. Northfield's going to send it back up, but not quite out, and this is Harmer. She's going to turn and go right back into the zone and send it in front of the net. Looking for Lundquist, and she missed her there. So this is Northfield now. It's up, trying to get it out of the zone. That's Bolin, tries to send it back in, and here comes Northfield the other direction. Nice pass just out of the reach of number 9 from Northfield. And now this is Hardacre. She's just going to send it out and get a change. And that's Harmer, loses an edge. And this is Lundquist. She sends it in deep to the corner, looking to make a pass out in front. Just missed Coulson, number 8. And here comes Northfield the other direction. Number 9 from Northfield into the corner. She cycles it behind the net to number 13. 13's going to walk it out in front, and Roth is going to send it back in the corner. This is 15 Kohler. Now back in the corner. That's Bolin. She's going to seal off her player and then send it up to Nienaber, and here comes Nienaber the other direction. That's up to Lundquist. Lundquist can't quite get it out of the zone, and then Nienaber does. And Lundquist is going to go for a change. And here's Kohler. She's also going to go for a change, and here comes O'Shea. We got the lines mixed up a little bit here, but that's up to Callahan. She runs into O'Shea. A little out of sync there, and Northfield's coming the other direction. Here's Harder. She's going to circle back, and we're going to wind up with a puck right in the slot and a shot on net that missed the net. Here's Callahan, number 33, over to Berenger. She's going to get it up to Harder. Harder's battling on the half wall. And here's Berenger. She's just going to ring it and get it out of the zone, and here comes O'Shea after it, number 20. Shea looks like she's looking for the bench to get a change, and she does. And Hargraves is going to get out there to replace her. I didn't think they got the puck across the red line there, but the refs are saying no ice. And this is 27, Oman battling in the corner. Harder tries to chip it. Northfield's just going to take it out of the zone and regroup, and here comes number 21 back in across the blue line. She's going to drop to number 9. 9's going to walk in, and she tries to go short side off a post. Whitehawks are struggling a little bit against this top line from Northfield. You knew they were good. Their top line is 3 returning players, 3 of their 5 returning scorers from last year. And number 9, I believe, had 80 points last year. I forget her name, but she's going to be playing hockey at the University of Minnesota next year. All right, this is Minor chasing after it, and we're going to get a face-off due to an icing. And we're going back to the Raiders zone. So this is first period. We've got 1 minute, 42 seconds left. Shots on goal are 8-5 Whitehawks right now. Score 0-0. So that's Hardacre centering Harmer and Lundquist. That's Harmer behind the net. She's going to cycle with Hardacre. and she tries to throw it in front of the net. Northfield takes it over, and now that's Bolin pinched in from the D. She's going to send it behind, and Lundquist is after it in the corner. Hardacre had a stick on it, and now Northfield chips it out of the zone. Bolin sends it right back. We might get a quick 2-on-1 here. Harmer had it in the slot and fanned on it, but good chance there for the Whitehawks. There's Nienaber. Nice play on the DN. Sends it back in. Northfield across the ice. We got a minute left to play in the first period. 10's going to send it behind the net into the corner. That's Hardacre after it, and now Harmer's going to chip it not quite out, and that's Berenger. She's going to send it down off a Northfield player, and O'Shea's into the corner with it, battling for it. O'Shea goes down, goes into the other corner. Northfield is going to try and control that puck. O'Shea is going to battle again. That's Coulson in the corner. Number 8, she sends it in front to Kohler on the doorstep. Nice save by the goalie, and she covers it up. Some good pressure there from the Whitehawks, and nice save from the Northfield goalie. All right, 23.6 seconds left. That's the Callahan line out there. She's out there with Harder and Graves. And Northfield's going to ring it around and out of the zone. And here comes number 9 the other direction with some speed. She's going to go to the net. Chipped nicely into the corner by Oman. Shot. A little bit of a blocker save there. I think that would have been over the net, but Roth steers it into the corner, and Northfield's coming right back in. All right, that is the end of the first period, 0-0. We'll see you in 15 minutes. All right, folks, here we go. Start of the second period. Whitehawks 0, Northfield Raiders 0. Start of the second period. That's Callahan, Hargraves out there with Miner and Bolin. That's Miner up to Callahan. She's going to steer it into the zone. Number 9 is going to take it over from Northfield. And there's Bolin on a pinch. Nice play. She kicks it into the corner. Hargraves is after it, and now Callahan's on it. Good forecheck here by the Whitehawks. This is 21 from Northfield up to 13. And this is number 9. She's going to circle back and get ahead of steam, and she's going to bring it into the zone. There's Miner. She goes around Miner, gets a shot off. It's loose in front. And this is Harder. She's going to send it over to Callahan. And then they're going to send it right back in the zone. This is Callahan again. Harder's got some space here. She's just got to get around the ref. And she loses control, and then it comes right back out to center ice. This is 13. Miner is going to step up. It's in her skates. They're going to steer it behind the net. Roth is looking for it. And it comes out all the way down. No ice there because that was off a Northfield player. Here's Northfield coming up the ice. That's Hardacre. She keeps it in. That's Harmer. She tries to send it over to Lundquist, and she wasn't quite ready for that one. And now this is Oman back behind the net, and we're going to get an icing and bring it all the way back down into the Northfield zone. 15:34 left to go in the second period. 0-0. All right, this is Greer Hardacre with Lundquist and Harmer. And we've got Oman and Fink out on D. In front of the Northfield net, it comes right to Lundquist, and she gets a shot off, but it gets steered behind the net. Now this is Harmer. She sends it, and we get some pressure. And then we're going to get a cover from the goalie from Northfield. Some nice pressure there by the Whitehawks. I think they got a couple of shots on net there, and there was some loose change, but the Raiders goalie covered it up. All right, we're going to keep the same 5 out there, but switch up the D. This is Miner and Bolin back out there. All right, this is Hardacre in the corner doing battle. They're going to send it up. Northfield's trying to get it out, but looks like the puck got caught in the ref's skates. And now this is Lundquist. She's going to send it into the corner, and the Whitehawks are going to give chase. This is Harmer and Hardacre. And now here comes number 9 from Northfield. Nice play there by Bolin. Out to center ice. Whitehawks are going to change up the forwards. And Bolin's going to send it in. Look here, we got a leaker here, 13. Miner wisely gets back, and now she's going to battle in the corner. This is Coulson. She's going to send it up to Breland Kohler. Kohler's going to get it out of the zone, but she goes down. And then cross-ice pass. Northfield's going to send it right back in. All right, this is Kohler behind the net. She's going to try and settle the puck and chip it out. It doesn't happen. This is over to 20 O'Shea. Same thing. She tries to chip it out. Doesn't quite happen. And now Coulson's going to try and get it out, and that doesn't happen. Oh, here we go. O'Shea's off to the races, but couldn't quite get to that puck. So that's Kohler giving chase behind the net along with O'Shea. This is Northfield behind the net. Oh, on the doorstep, and Coulson gets dumped in front of our net. And the Northfield goalie covers up. All right, this is Callahan back out there with Gisela Harder and Ellie Lundquist, along with Berenguer and Nienaber out there on the D, number 55 and number 11. All right. Looks like Northfield's going to get kicked out of the zone maybe for the late change there, or kicked out of the face-off circle, I think because of the late change. Callahan's going to tie up. Harder half fanned on that one, sent it towards the net, but didn't get anything on it. This is Hargrave. She's going to send it deep, and now Harder and Callahan are going to give chase. So it's 33 in the corner, Callahan. And now we got Hargraves on it. Harder's going to control briefly. And now it's in the skates. Nobody's got control. Here comes Northfield out of the zone, but she's going to do battle there with Lizzie Callahan. Now to Harder. Harder up to Hargraves, and she's going to enter the zone. And Cam's going to fire one off, deflected up into the netting, and we're going to have another face-off in the Raiders D zone. All right, here comes that new line out here with the jumble that we did in lines this game. So this is Greer Hardacre, 22. She is centering Harmer and Ellie Lundquist. And back out there on D, we've got Oman and number 12, Sage Fink. Goes behind the Northfield net. Hardacre's going to give chase. Now Harmer. And Northfield's going to send it out, and there's going to be a race for the puck, and Northfield's got a quick 2-on-1. And number 9 goes short side, top shelf, nice shot, and it is 1-0 Northfield. That was a quick 2-on-1, and they're going to get a goal out of that. So your Whitehawks are down 0-1. All right, that's the Hardacre line's going to stay out there, and we're going to switch up the D. We've got Bolin and Miner out there. That's Harmer giving chase into the Northfield zone. And the Northfield D is going to play catch and then send a long pass, and they've got another 2-on-1 after that long pass, and that's 13. And Roth's going to gobble that one up, and we're going to get a face-off in the Whitehawk zone. All right, this is Coulson, Kohler, and O'Shea out there. And on D, we've got Miner and Bolin. This is O'Shea. She's going to try and get it deep across the blue line. Kohler's after it. Northfield's got the puck. Then they're going to try and come out. Number 20, little chip right around Bolin, but then she goes down. And there's going to be a battle behind the net for it. That's Miner giving chase. Here's Miner. She tries to get it up to O'Shea. Doesn't quite connect there. Northfield's going to send it right back behind the net. That's Bolin. She's going to send it up to O'Shea. She can't quite handle that one. And Northfield's going to take a rip from the blue line. Got all the way through, and Roth steers that one into the corner. Little tip. We got some loose change out in front of the net, and gets steered into the corner. And now Kohler's going to give battle along with Coulson. And now Northfield's got control again. They're going to give a shot, and Roth swallows that one up with the glove. A little bit of pressure here from Northfield after that goal. And Whitehawks are going to do a wholesale change here. We've got the Callahan line coming back out there, along with Oman and Fink on D. Face-off comes back to Fink. She tries to send it around. Doesn't quite connect. And Northfield's got it right back again. That's number 9 walking around. Low, hard shot. Rebound out front now behind the net. Northfield's back in possession. And that's Harder that got a chip on it. And now she's going to give chase. It's number 9. Callahan's after her up to 21 from Northfield. That goes back to Fink. She tries to send it behind the net and turns it right over to Northfield again. And Northfield kind of looks like they're on a power play right now. Whitehawks need to gain some possession of that puck and get it out of their zone. Here's Callahan behind the net. Some pressure coming from Northfield again. That's Harder. She's going to try and send it up. She gets it across the blue line and out to center ice and right back in Northfield's possession. And there's a nice cross-ice pass there to number 13. 13's going to bring it into the zone. Harder's on her. Now Fink. Fink's going to take the puck, and she's just going to chip it up but doesn't get it out of the zone. And now Harder makes a nice little move, but Northfield quickly caught up with her there. All right, that's Coulson trying to chip it out. She's going to get some help from Harmer. Now Hardacre chips it out to the zone to Harmer. Harmer crosses the red line, chips into the corner, and she's going to give chase. And Northfield's going to come the other direction, 2-on-2. Shot, tip behind the net. Battling for it back there are Moline, I believe that is number 25, and Hardacre. She sends it over to Harmer. Harmer doing battle. And now it comes up to Hardacre, and she's just going to chip it out. It's like the Whitehawks are ready for a change. We're coming back the other direction. That's going to be an icing. So Hardacre gets it out so they can get a change, and we'll get a fresh 5 from the Whitehawks. 9:05 left to go. Whitehawks are down 0-1 right now. This is the Coulson line out there with Kohler and O'Shea. On D, we've got Fink and Oman. Up to the point from Northfield. They cross to the other side. Low, hard shot. There's some loose change. And now I think we're going to have a Northfield player in the crease, so the face-off's coming out to the blue line just outside the Whitehawk zone after I believe that was a player in the crease from Northfield. All right, so face-off. Coulson, Kohler, and O'Shea. That's Fink up to Kohler. She's going to cross the blue line. Takes a shot, but it's redirected in the corner. She sends it out front, and Northfield's going to come right back out to center ice. That's Bolin with possession. She's going to send it over to Kohler. Back to Oman, that is. Sorry. That's Oman, number 27. In the corner, doing battle. She's going to win that battle, come out from behind the net, circle back the other direction. Send it up to Hargraves. Oh, just out of the reach of Kohler, and I think we're going to have another icing. And that's going to come back down into the Whitehawk zone in a face-off in front of Roth. All right, 8:13 left to play in the second period. It's the Callahan line back out there with Minor and Bolin, number 28, on D. Another shot on net, and Roth stops that one and holds onto it, so we're going to have another face-off on the other side of Roth this time around. Face-off won by Northfield. Shot from the point. Looking for a deflection there. Didn't quite happen. Northfield's going to send it back into the corner. Number 9's going to walk it out. Wide pass. Now we're going to have a scissors play back to number 9. She's looking. And she walks it out and right over the shoulder of Roth. Short side right by her ear. Whitehawks cannot let that number 9 loose like that. That's the one player they got to be keeping an eye on. There's not much Roth can do there when we're just going to let her give free rein and cycle it right out of the corner without even a player near her. All right, so your Whitehawks are now down 2-0. And this is the Hardacre line along with Behringer and Neighbor out there on D. All right, here comes Lundquist across the blue line. She sends it in, and there's one right there for Harmer. She couldn't quite get her stick on it. Comes out to Behringer. She sends it back in the corner. That's Lundquist and Harmer on it, and now Greer Hardacre is going to go after it. Can't quite get it back into the corner, and Northfield's coming the other direction. Here's Harmer. She's going to send it up the boards. Northfield's going to throw it right back in, and that's Behringer. She's going to send it all the way over to Lundquist. Lundquist can't quite get a handle on it, and now Northfield's got it again. And that is Nienaber and up to Lundquist, and then she chips it out. And here comes Hardacre. Oh, we had a chance for a quick 2-on-1 there, but couldn't quite control that puck. So this is Harmer behind the net. It's like the Whitehawks are getting a change, so it's Harmer all alone. It's going to come out to Oman. She's going to send it up to that's Coulson. She's going to try and send it in, and we're going to get the rest of that change from the Whitehawks. Comes Northfield up the ice, out, but right back in for Coulson. She's going to make a move and split the D, but can't quite keep the handle. Now she's going to battle for it in the corner, and that's O'Shea supporting. This is out to number 12, Sage Fink. She sends one wide of the net, and it's going to come right back to Coulson. Coulson's going to try and send it out, but it's off the ref's skates right to a Northfield player, and here comes Northfield the other direction. That is Oman. She loses the handle on it, and Northfield's going to send it right back in, and then Northfield's going to get a change. Here's 12 Fink. We still got Northfield offsides. We're going to get a whistle here on that delayed offside, and I think we're going to come out to center ice for a face-off, I believe. No, not center ice. All right, so delayed offsides there on Northfield. We're going to have a face-off. Coulson, Kohler, and O'Shea out there with Minor and number 28, Bolin. Northfield's going to send it in and gives chase. Roth stops it behind the net. Minor overskates it, and now she's battling for it along with Coulson. Coulson comes out of the corner and then gives it up, and now Northfield's got it back up to their point. They're going to get a low, hard shot there. Kick saved by Roth, and it's going to get sent up to O'Shea. And she's going to do battle in the corner with the player from Northfield, see if she can't get some support. But the Whitehawks are changing. Northfield's got a couple of really high forwards here. They're trying to sneak in and make a long connection, and they almost give up a goal in the process, and now I think we're going to get a penalty and a power play. I think I saw a cross-check. Yep, we're going to get a cross-check on number 9 from Northfield. I think that was right in front of the net. And the Whitehawks are going to go on their second power play of the game. We're going to have that same 5 set of forwards out there on the power play. Hargraves, Harder, Harmer, Callahan, and Hardacre. So 5-on-4 power play for the Whitehawks. This is where they need one. They're down 2-0, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. That's Callahan over to Hargraves, over to Hardacre, back to Callahan. They're going to set up that umbrella. Here's Hardacre. She's going to take a shot, steered in the corner by the Northfield goalie, and Northfield can't quite get it out. And this is Hardacre. They're going to set it up again, over to Hargraves. Hargraves is going to look for Callahan. She's going to shoot. Juicy rebound out front and steered behind the net. And now this is Hardacre, and she's going to set up behind the net over to Harder, over to Callahan, back to Hardacre. She's going to shoot low off the post. And then back into the corner, right back to Hardacre. Oh, that's Harder. She can't quite handle that one. That got in her skates. But the Whitehawks are going to maintain possession. There's Harder. She tries to hit Hargraves, but same thing. She got handcuffed there in her skates. This is Callahan over to Hardacre. She's going to shoot, deflected behind the net. And this is Hargraves. They're going to send it in, and it's loose in front of the goalie, but steered out of there. This is Hardacre again. And this time the goalie from Northfield is going to cover that one up and give her team a chance for a change here. Some good pressure there from the Whitehawks, but can't jump on any of that loose change. We'd like to see a garbage goal. Somebody jump on a rebound, but just couldn't make it happen. All right, this is Harder now taking the face-off. Same 5 forwards out there. Harder's going to win it back to Hargraves, over to Callahan. Callahan's going to walk the line. She's going to send it over to Hardacre. She tries a one-timer and can't get anything on it. And Northfield's going to send it down. 28 seconds remaining in the power play for the Whitehawks. They're going to try and set the power play back up and see if they can't get another couple of shots off. Here's Harder. She tries to send it up to Hargraves, but too far ahead of her. And Northfield's going to grab that loose change and just send it up and out of the zone, and the Whitehawks are going to have to regroup. 8 seconds left in the power play. This is Harder. She's going to walk it into the zone. She's going to walk around a D, try and chip it to Hargraves. Didn't happen, and then Harmer had it in the high slot, and it comes right out to Northfield. And number 9 from Northfield just comes out of the box. That's some bad puck luck there. I don't think the Whitehawks are ready for that one. They just chipped it ahead to number 9, and that's the last player you want to be walking in on the goalie 1-on-0. So the Whitehawks can't convert on the power play, and then they give up a goal a few seconds after the power play ends. So it's now 3-0 Northfield. And I believe, I don't see any hats on the ice, but I do believe that's a hat trick for number 9 from Northfield. All right, so here we go. 2:23 left in the second period. Whitehawks down 3-0. Faceoff comes back to Bolin. She chips it up to O'Shea. Out of the zone. Bolin's going to send it right back in. The Whitehawks are outside. They're going to have to touch up, and here comes Northfield the other direction. Puck is on the boards here. 4 players battling. It's going to come out to Coulson. She's going to walk it into the zone, get a backhand off on net, and it's steered in the corner, and we're getting a slash. I think that one's going to go against the Whitehawks. Oh, no, that's going against Northfield, number 17 by the looks of it. Wasn't sure. I thought maybe Kohler got that one, but I was wrong. All right, so the Whitehawks are going right back on the power play. I think we're going to bring that same 5 out. They had some good pressure on that last one, just couldn't put a puck in the net, and they're going to try and work the power play again, down 3-0. Need a goal if we want to get back into this thing here. So 5-on-4 power play, that's Harder. Now Callahan. She's going to control the puck, send it over to Hardacre. Hardacre's got it. She's going to send it over to Cam Hargraves, number 3. Hargraves is looking cross ice for the one-timer. Stopped by the goalie. Now there's a battle behind. Northfield chips it over to the half wall. Back over to Harder. She's going to control and settle it down. They're going to try and set up the umbrella again. That's Hardacre over to Callahan. Over to Hargraves. She's looking. Sends it back to Callahan. Back to Hargraves. Hargraves is going to get a hard shot deflected behind the net, and Harmer's going to go grab it. Back to Hargraves. Hargraves is going to send it back into the corner to Harmer. Harmer didn't quite connect there with Hargraves and comes right out of the zone, and now Callahan's got a battle with number 9 just to maintain possession. Hargraves over to Harder. She's going to walk it into the zone. She's going to go down. Over to Harmer. She's going to chip it towards the net, but not quite a shot on goal. And this is Hargraves. She's going to try and settle it down, shoot a nice low shot. kick save by number 31 from Northfield. This is Hargraves now. She's looking, sends it to Callahan, back to Hargraves. Hargraves back to Harmer. Harmer out front for Lundquist, and she can't quite get a stick on it. This is Harmer again. Tries the short angle shot, and it winds up at the blue line back in Callahan's possession. Callahan's going to send it over to Lundquist. Lundquist over to Hargraves. She's going to try and one time. It doesn't get much on it. And now Harmer's got it again. And it winds up on the stick of a Northfield player, and they send it out. And that's the end of your second period. Whitehawks down 3-0. We'll see you in 15 minutes. All right, folks, here we go. Start of the third period. Whitehawks are going to be on the power play for 9 seconds, down 3-0. All right, so here's Callahan, Cam Hargraves, and Gisela Harder out there with Miner and Bolin on D. Face-off won by Northfield. They're going to send it all the way down, and that's going to be the end of the power play. This is Miner giving chase behind the net. She's going to set it up, skate it out, and I think she's looking for Hargraves there, but a bit off the mark. Northfield, this is up to number 9. She's giving trouble to the Whitehawks all afternoon. She sends it over to 21. 21 sends it on net. There's some loose change there, and Roth wisely covers it. So 16:28 to go in the third period. Whitehawks are going to do a wholesale change here. This is Greer Hardacre out there with Harmer and Lundquist. Oman and Fink are the D pair. Won by Hardacre. She's going to skate it out of the zone. She loses control of it. Winds up on the stick of a Northfield player. She's going to take a shot, and it goes behind the net. And now Hardacre's going to battle for it, and she's going to bring it back up out of the zone. She's going to hit Lundquist. She's going to try and send it up to Harmer, but it's steered into the corner by a Northfield player. Harmer doing battle, and now Hardacre in the corner. It's going to come out to a Northfield player. She's going to chip it out to center ice. Over to Harmer. Harmer's going to try and bring it back in. She and Lundquist get crisscrossed, and now Harmer's got it back. She tries to send it over to Hardacre, and it's right on the stick of a Northfield player. They're going to regroup here. Whitehawks are going to change up their forwards. We already got a D change. That's a knee neighbor sending it in the corner. Northfield. O'Shea's giving chase. Here comes Northfield. They send it up. That's Breland Kohler. She's going to bring it right back in for the Whitehawks. Sends it over to Colson. Gets right back on her stick. This is Behringer. Over to Kohler. Kohler out front. Oh, and knee neighbor just couldn't handle that one, and it comes out back to center ice and into the Whitehawks zone. That's Behringer. She loses a battle for the puck there. That's O'Shea on the half wall. Over to the side of the net. Behind the net, and now this is coming up to Kohler. She chips, gets it out to center ice, can't quite connect with O'Shea, and Northfield's going to send it right back in the zone. That's Kohler. She chips, and she's going to go after it. Chance for a 3-on-1, but the Northfield player gets her. That's O'Shea chasing behind the net. Now Callahan. Miner's going to pinch in, send it to the far corner. Boland's going to wisely back off there a little bit. No forwards. Here comes Callahan. Out of the Whitehawk zone. Hargraves is going to send it right back in. And the 3 Whitehawk forwards are going to give chase. That's Harder after it. She circles. Cross-ice pass to number 10 from Northfield. She can't quite handle it. And then Boland sends it back into the zone, where Harder's after it again, number 10. That's Hargraves, and a quick turnover. But the Whitehawks just can't get a shot on goal there. That's Harder again, battling in the corner. Harder's got it again. She sends it across the goal mouth, but Hargraves wasn't quite ready for that one. So this is Harder again. Tries to send it out front. Northfield sends it right back behind the net. And here comes Northfield the other direction. That's number 9 again. She chips. Not going to see an icing there. I think she must have got it across the red line. Here comes Boland. She's going to try and send it up to Hargraves. Hargraves is going to send it on net, and then we're going to get a change of our forwards. Here comes Hardacre out there with Harmer and Lundquist. Boland's out there on D with numbers 27. And now this is Hardacre. They got a 2-on-1. Her and Harmer. Hardacre's going to shoot right off the chest protector of the goalie. She steers it in the corner. And now Harmer's going to give chase in the corner. That's Hardacre. Can't quite get her stick on that one. Northfield's going to send it down, and I think we're going to get an ice out of this one. All right, so face off in the Northfield zone. 12:38 remaining in the third period. Northfield's up 3-0. Whitehawks actually have the shot advantage 23-19, but they're down 3-0. This is Coulson taking the face-off between Kohler and O'Shea. Fink and Oman are out there as the D pair. That's O'Shea. She sends it to Fink. Fink chips it back into the corner. Northfield has possession. That's O'Shea. Oman's going to get there, send it back in behind the net. This is Coulson after it. And now Northfield's going to come out of the zone with some speed. That's number 21. Oh, big juicy rebound right out in the center high slot. And now that puck is going to get deflected out of play. And we're going to see a face-off, I believe, at the blue line dot. We're still looking for a puck here. I think they found one. All right, so that's Callahan out there with Cameron Hargraves, the senior, and number 10, Gisela Harder. The D pair is Berenger and 25, Moline. Moline's going to steer it up ice. Callahan's on it. Hargraves after the puck. 17's going to circle behind the net to 20. Harder's going to pick it up. Now Callahan. Callahan still with it. She sends it to Harder. Harder tries to get it in front to Hargraves. They can't quite connect. And now that's Berenger sending it back into Harder over to Hargraves. Hargraves is going to maintain possession. She tries to send it out to Berenger, but Berenger's just not ready for that puck. It's number 55 circling behind. She chips it around. Nobody there. This is Hargraves. She's going to settle it. And she's going to look up ice to Callahan. Callahan with Harder. Callahan's going to get it down in the zone, and we're going to get a change. And here comes Northfield the other direction. Look out. Knight, I think she got her three. She's probably good trying to get some dishes now. Just can't quite connect with her teammate, and the Whitehawks are going to take possession. That's Lundquist. She gets it to Hardacre, and they're going to have a 2-on-1 over to Harmer. It's on her backhand, kind of handcuffed her, and she got a shot off there, but nobody there to pick up the rebound. Another quick 2-on-1 for the Whitehawks. They just can't convert. Now this is Hardacre battling behind the net. Lundquist is on it. She's going to send it deep behind the net again, and Hardacre's going to go after it. She's going to battle in the corner with number 3 and 13. There's Harmer there to support. Northfield's going to get it out. Goes over the stick of Bolin, and she's going to race back for the puck where 18 takes a shot, and Ross steers it out nicely to the blue line. Back to Northfield. That's off a shin pad by Lundquist. That's Miner. She's just going to chip it out, and Lundquist is going to go for a change. This is Coulson after it. Up to number 10 from Northfield. She's going to put it into the zone. Fink is going to grab it behind the net. Fink is going to send it over to 27 Oman. She's going to steer it back into the corner. She's now going to send it over to number 15, Breland Kohler. She can't quite get the handle on it, and now Fink's battling behind the net. She's going to send it over to O'Shea. O'Shea's going to try and chip up the boards. Out to Oman. She sends it up to Breland Kohler, number 15. Kohler loses the handle, and now she's going to get it right back. She's going to send it over to number 20, O'Shea. O'Shea's going to go behind the net. She's still got possession. She's trying to cycle it there to 15, Kohler. Back over to O'Shea. This is O'Shea up to the point. Number 27, Oman. It steers through a couple of skates and into the corner. Fink's going to pinch on that puck and get a shot off on goal. This is O'Shea chasing. Now Kohler. Northfield's coming up across center ice. And this is Callahan back behind the net to grab it. She's going to send it over. Fink doesn't even see where the puck is. And now this is Harder trying to get out of the zone. She turns it over to number 9. Back in behind the net. That's 27-9 from the Whitehawks doing battle. Here's Oman. She's going to chip it behind the net to Fink. Fink's going to look, send it up, and Harder can't quite get a handle on it. And Hargraves and Callahan are going to give chase. Back up to center ice. This is 13 from Northfield. She's going to send it in. Miner's going to give chase. Miner's going to turn, go the other direction. This is Bolin. Bolin up to Harder. Harder's going to pause, look, hit Hargraves, just can't quite connect. And now Hargraves and Hardacre are going to go after it. This is Cam in there. Now this is Georgia Harmer. Harmer in the corner. She tries to drop to Hargraves, can't connect. And she's going to continue to give battle in the opposite corner now. It's Hardacre after it. This is Bolin. And out of the zone comes Northfield. Lundquist giving chase. And now that's a turnover. I think this is Bolin coming in. Can't quite see her number, but I believe that's number 28. Harmer behind the net. She tries to send it out to Lundquist. Doesn't quite connect. And here's Harmer again. She's going to walk it out a little bit. She sends it back to Miner. Miner back to Lundquist. Lundquist gets a shot. And the Northfield goalie says enough of that. And she's going to glove it and get a face-off so that she can get a wholesale change for her 5 line mates. All right, 7:06 left to go in the third period. Whitehawks are down 3-0. This is Coulson, Kohler. That's O'Shea. She chips it back to Berenger. Berenger over to O'Shea. That is Nienaber holding it in, and now it comes out to a Northfield player. She's going to walk in, chased by Berenger. Back right to Berenger. She's going to throw it up to the blue line, but not out. Berenger again cannot quite get it out. And now it's shipped out by Kohler, and her and O'Shea are going to give chase. Touch there by Northfield. Back in behind the net to Berenger. She's going to look and send it up to Kohler. She doesn't quite handle it. Now the Northfield player is going to come around her. And Roth just got screened pretty bad on that one and didn't even see that shot coming. I think that went 5-hole on her. Tough one as a goalie when you got a couple of skaters planted right there in front of you, and I don't think she ever saw that one. All right, 4-0 Northfield. 6 minutes, 17 seconds left to play in the game. All right, that's the Callahan line out there. Fink sends it up to Harder. Harder over to Callahan. Callahan's going to get a shot on goal. A couple of saves there by the Northfield goalie. Now Harder has it. She sends it in. Now she's got it in the corner. Tries to send it over to Hargraves. Doesn't quite connect there. Now Fink's going to give chase for it. That's Callahan. She's going to try and steer through traffic. She controls it, then loses the handle. Still has the handle on it. She's going to try and get a connection on a deflection to Harder and just missed Gisela there. And they can't quite connect. Now it's all the way back in the Whitehawk zone, and Harder's after it. This is Harder. She tries to send it over to Hargrave just outside. Ref is waving that one off. Didn't quite come out of the zone. That's Fink. She's just going to throw it out of the zone. And now it's right back to Northfield. That's Fink over to Hardacre. She can't quite get the handle on that one. But it's going to come out to Lundquist, and they've got a quick 2-on-2. Lundquist is going to fire. A nice glove save by the Northfield goalie. 4:56 left to play, third period. Got the Greer-Hardacre line out there. Harmer, Lundquist, Bolin, and Miner are the D pair. Hardacre steers the face-off into the corner. Came out. Miner's going to hold it. She sends it over to Lundquist. Lundquist up to Hardacre. She's going to fire, and it's just going to be grabbed by the Northfield goalie, and we're going to have another face-off. All right, that's Harmer. She sends it just wide of the goal into the corner, out to a Northfield player. They're going to come up ice. Here's Bolin. She sends it to Hardacre. Greer's going to turn, circle, look, sends it over to Harmer. Harmer gets it into the zone. Now there's going to be a battle right near the blue line. Comes out to a Northfield player. She's going to turn and look. Can't quite connect. And now that's Harmer doing battle right in front of us. Northfield's going to send it into our zone. This is Miner. She's going to circle, dumping up the boards. Over to Harmer, and then she's going to send it up to Coulson, and here comes Coulson. Coulson's got it in the corner. She sends it up front. There's nobody there. And now Northfield's going to come out of the zone with it. They're going to send it in deep. That's Fink. She's looking. Can't connect with Kohler. Now it's going to come back to Fink again. She tries to send it up to Kohler again and just can't quite get it on her tape. This is Northfield coming the other direction. This is number 9 doing battle with Oman. Oman does a nice job there of steering her into the corner. And now it's getting a little chippy out there. Big battle going on in front of the net. Big battle going on the half wall. Roth is down. She's back up now. Whitehawks are looking to maybe get possession back of the puck, but right now it's Northfield. That's number 9. She's going to fire. Roth gets a save there. It's behind the net. That's Coulson after it. Whitehawks are going to need a change here. This is Coulson again. She tries to get it out of the zone and does, and hopefully we'll get a change here now. But Whitehawks are not moving all that fast to get that change in, and now it's all the way up to the Northfield player. She sends it in. Her entire 4 line mates are changing behind her. Now this is Callahan in a race for the puck. Callahan's going to try a wraparound. She can't quite get it. Carter had a chance there too. Nice save by the goalie. Back up to Berenger. Oh, goalie's without her stick. Now she's got it back. Couple of chances there for the Whitehawks. That's Harder. She sends it out in front, and Berenger can't quite get a stick on it. Now there's a race for the puck. That's Berenger in a race with number 6 up there. That's Callahan now. That's Berenger up to Harder. She's going to look for Hargraves, and here comes Hargraves one-on-one. See if she can't get a shot off. Nope, back check by Northfield, and she gets a stick on it, and Northfield's coming the other direction. That's Bolin behind the net. She can't quite gain control of it. Now she's got control of it. She's looking up ice. She's going to send it off the boards. Lundquist doing battle. Up to the point. This is now Hardacre. She's going to try and regain possession, and she can't do it. And it's sent behind the net. That's Miner. She's going to turn, send it up to Lundquist. Lundquist up to Hardacre. Hardacre's doing battle with 2 players from Northfield. It's going to wind up back on Miner's stick. She's going to send it up to Lundquist. Lundquist is trying to get it to Hargraves, or Hardacre. She can't do that. Now it's in Northfield's possession. 1 minute left to play. That's Hardacre. Chips it out to center ice. Lundquist over to Harmer. Harmer comes across the blue line. She's going to circle, look for help. Sends it to Northfield, and they're just going to send it out, and we'll have an icing there. 42.9 seconds left to play. 4-0 Northfield. All right, this is Coulson out there with Kohler and O'Shea. Northfield wins the draw, sends it around. That's 27, Oman keeping it in. Now it comes out to Fink. She's going to look, sends it over to 15, Kohler. Back to Oman. She gets it to Fink. Fink's going to send it over to O'Shea. O'Shea's going to steer it over to Coulson, and now Kohler's got it. And she tried to chip it in, but it winds up at the Northfield bench. 18.6 seconds left to play in the hockey game. And that same line's going to stay out there. All right, this is Oman. She's going to take it across the blue line. She's looking for support. She circles. She's going to fire a low, hard shot. It gets steered into the corner by the Northfield goalie. Fink pinches in, and now it comes out to O'Shea. She's going to shoot, and that's going to be the end of the game. Thanks for watching. Northfield 4, Whitehawks 0. We'll see you on Tuesday night when the team's back in action again against Chaska Chan. JV probably at 5:15 and high school at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.